Hey guys, this is Shash-Wat from Shash-Wat and Apple launched iPhone 12 last year in September and iPhone 13 this year in September. And I'm sure you guys have this question, which phone to buy right now in 2021, whether it's iPhone 12 or iPhone 13. So in this video, we'll be reviewing the iPhone 12 and also taking a look at whether it is worth buying iPhone 12 right now over iPhone 13. So without any further ado, let's get started. So before you ask why am I shooting in this location outdoors, it's a special video and I thought of shooting in a special location.
Really?
No, my room is under renovation, so I thought of shooting outdoors, just a change of pace. Anyways, let's continue, shall we? I'm sure you guys have the question of which phone to buy right now. That's why you're obviously watching this video. I can always say yes, it's worth it, or no, it's not worth it, and then that the video is finished. Bye bye. But then if you really want to know which phone is worth buying right now, stick till the end of the video. I'll answer the question step by step, giving you my full review, and an early thumbs up would be really appreciated. Let's talk about the build and design first. The major difference between iPhone 11 and iPhone 12 is the flat edges. It really feels comfortable, but then the sharp edges tend to stick inside my hand. I'm not sure if I really like the flat edges design here or not. This reminds me about the time when I used 5S. 5S was a really small smartphone, and the flat edges really made that feel comfortable. But I don't really mind having this flat edges on the smartphone because it is something really different from what we have right now in the market, the curved edges. But nevertheless, it really feels comfortable in hand. Okay, if we are talking about build and design, then we have to talk about that notch. It is straight up ugly. Could Apple have gotten rid of the notch last year itself? Maybe, maybe not. You know, Apple always tend to stick to the same design for 3 years. That is why they have a smaller notch right now in iPhone 13. Yes, iPhone 12 does have a bigger notch, definitely, but then I feel you will definitely get used to having that notch over there because Apple haven't really optimized this notch situation in iPhone 13. Because even though iPhone 13 has a smaller notch, it doesn't show any more information than iPhone 12. And other small design elements such as the mute switch, the bigger power button, the click up buttons, and no headphone jack are still available. iPhone 12 does have one of the best sounding speakers available in the market. Even though it is about a year older, I feel the speakers sound really great and I really have no complaints. The iPhone 12 is made from what Apple called as aero grade aluminium and features a ceramic shield front to protect the display. Basically, this is a glass which has structures of ceramic inbuilt. It is too complicated to explain, but then this basically makes the glass much more stronger according to Apple. 4 times stronger apparently, but then
glass is glass and glass can break.
it is water resistant to depth of 6 meters for up to 30 minutes. iPhone 12 weighs about 164 grams and no complaints here. Talking about no complaints, battery life over here is nothing to complain about. If you're a heavy user like me, then definitely you might have to charge the phone in the evening. But then if you're a medium to light user, then definitely there's an all-day phone, and in my books there's a good battery life. I don't have any complaints with the battery itself, but the charger is same old. I mean, no charge in the box. Companies are coming out with 25, 60, 65, 120 watt fast charging, and Apple doesn't come with a charger in the box, let alone be able to charge faster, which is pretty disappointing. Another disappointing part of iPhone is the lightning port. I mean, why couldn't iPhone just get a Type-C port when Apple claims that Type-C port is 10 times faster than the lightning port itself? I mean, in the iPad mini event when they shift towards the Type-C, they said it is 10 times faster. And if it is really annoying when you have to carry just an extra cable to charge your iPhone, take it to someone who has an ecosystem of USB Type-C, and when you forget that little piece of tool, you just don't be able to charge the phone, and at the end I just don't get any work done. Well, there is a notice from UN that Apple has to shift towards Type-C, but then I really think they would rather go portless than to choose using Type-C on iPhones, which is pretty disappointing. Face ID is another brilliant feature on iPhones, but then do I wish Apple could have come out with fingerprint scanner in the iPhone 13 lineup? Somewhere, if they would have incorporated in display or in the power button, just like the iPads, or somewhere like in the Apple logo, which I've always wanted, it would have been really great. Because in this day and age, when people are wearing masks almost all the time when they're out, Face ID doesn't work with that, and not everyone has an Apple iWatch which would be able to unlock the phone easily, and always removing the mask or putting in the pin code is really irritating. Talking about 5G, we have 5G on this phone, but then it doesn't really matter because in India we don't have 5G and I don't have any means of testing 5G. So moving on. The actual best part about iPhone 12 is the display. When you compare it with the predecessor, the iPhone 11, iPhone 12 has seen huge improvements. When iPhone 11 came with a 720p-ish display LCD, whereas iPhone 12 has 6.1 inches 1170 by 2532 Super Retina XDR OLED display, which is the same as what iPhone 13 has come right now. Basically, iPhone 13 and iPhone 12 has the same display, where iPhone 13 is slightly brighter than iPhone 12. Yes, unlike iPhone 13 Pros, it doesn't have 120 Hz. It is just at 60 Hz, just like iPhone 13 this year. But then, let me be honest, I've been using Samsung Galaxy S20 for over 1.5 years. This has 120 Hz display and this has a 60 Hz display, and iPhone 12 seems more smoother than what I have over here. I'm not taking into consideration other OnePlus or Redmi or whatever, all these brands. I'm just taking the Samsung into consideration, what I've been using as my daily driver for last 1.5 years. And as soon as I started using iPhone 12, this is much more smoother than what I have on my Samsung. I know you might call me an Apple fanboy or whatever, but then the fact remains that iPhone and iOS is way smoother than what Android could ever be. Each and every animation is optimized on iOS, and wow, the feeling of using an iPhone is completely different. Alright, now that we were talking about iOS itself, we can all agree that there are two types of people, one who hates iOS and one who loves iOS. I am personally an Android user, but then I use both iPhone and an Android phone just because I like to experience best of both worlds. But then we can all agree that iOS is one of the smoothest operating system in the planet. It's just that iOS makes an experience of how you use a smartphone very smooth. Let me know in the comments below if you want a dedicated video for iOS 15, how it works and all the features. I would try to make that happen, because if I talk about iOS 15 and the features this offers in this video, then it will be really long, and I know you're not looking for that. Another amazing part of iPhone 12 is the performance. Yes, there is a certain amount of improvement when it comes to iPhone 13, and yes, iPhone 13 is definitely better in gaming capabilities and performance. But then whatever you throw at iPhone 13, there is nothing that iPhone 12 can't handle. Apple's A14 Bionic is not a slouch. This goes to say that even though iPhone 13 is really powerful and iPhone 12 is slightly less powerful than iPhone 13, obviously, but then in market there is nothing which can actually completely use the potential of these smartphones. I played PUBG and many more games on iPhone 12, and it perfectly handled everything without any hiccups. When we talk about performance, it's not only the gaming performance, but then also the software optimization. How far can the apps be held in the background? How quick the apps launch? How long does it take to dump between two apps and everything else? And the good news is that I haven't found any hiccups or whatsoever when it comes to using this smartphone. This handles all the tasks thrown at it very easily, and Apple has come really far when it comes to software optimization, and we all know that. Let's talk about the cameras. iPhone 12 has a dual camera system. Both the cameras are at 12 megapixel, the main camera being at f1.6 and the ultra wide camera being at f2.6. The cameras are typical iPhone cameras, neutral, true to life and slightly contrasty. The photos taken on this can be directly uploaded on Instagram. Unlike iPhone 13, which has sensor shift image stabilization, this only has optical image stabilization. The pictures that were taken on this are really great. I love the skin tones and the colors are really accurate. And the best part about iPhones are how seamlessly you can shift between the main and ultra wide angle camera. It does not even seem like they are two different cameras. The colors and the sharpness is completely in sync with both the lenses. At the end, it is the same old iPhone cameras which we all love, and the iPhone 12 cameras won't let you down. The selfie camera is also at 12 megapixel f2.2, and just like the main cameras, the colors are still amazing. The skin tones are at point and there is nothing really to complain about. Let me tell you that iPhones do the best video recording in the industry and on any smartphone, period. The colors are great, the stabilization is really amazing, and the way it shifts between both the lenses is also really seamless. On other smartphones camera, it stutters between shifting the lenses, but it does not really do that. The transition is really smooth and seamless. Honestly, the video recording experience is wonderful. This is a 4K 60 FPS video on the iPhone 12. You can figure out the stabilization and also the audio quality from this phone. And this is a 4K 60 FPS from the rear cameras on the iPhone 12. You can figure out the stabilization quality and also the audio quality. Let me just pan around a little bit and you can see how the focus is and also the stabilization. There are a few differences between iPhone 13 and iPhone 12. Let me point that out. iPhone 13 has brighter display, it has louder speakers, better battery life, better cameras, better low light performances, cinematic mode, filters, and definitely the smaller notch. Right now iPhone 12 starts at 65,900 rupees and iPhone 13 starts at 79,900 rupees. That is a difference about 14,000 rupees. But in recent times, with all those crazy sales and offers, you can get iPhone 12 as low as 50,000 rupees in the recent Flipkart sale, and I myself bought this 128GB iPhone for about 56,000 rupees, and at that price definitely iPhone 12 is worth it. If you're someone who needs the complete package what iPhone 13 offers, then definitely by all means you can go and buy the iPhone 13. But then if you're someone who is okay with not getting those minor upgrades what iPhone 13 offers, and you're okay with all the things what iPhone 12 offers, then I still think that iPhone 12 is one of the great phones to buy right now, especially on the crazy deals you get. Buying iPhone 12 right now makes sense, if that makes sense. This is it for this video. Let me know your favorite feature of iPhone 12 down in the comments, and I am also available on Instagram where I put in tips, tricks and everything. Please make sure to follow me over there. Also, if you liked this video, please make sure to like, share and subscribe to my channel. It will mean the world to me. Till then, stay home, stay safe. See you in the next one.